everyone, and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by TellPigs.com. It's the podcast where we watch the Muppet Christmas Carol 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe.
And joining us today, we have a return guest. He's been here a few times. Technically, he's my boss. Who are you, guy?
I am Jarrod Fairclough, previously of the Muppet Mindset and now of ToughPigs.com, and I'm here to do your performance review.
It is. I am wildly offended that you still credit Muppet Mindset first, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. Some people still haven't figured out that I've swapped over. I still get emails on the Muppet Mindset thing saying, hey, can I write this for the Muppet Mindset? It's like, if you look on there, I haven't written to that thing now for over 12 months.
That's surprising, if only because I would expect that kind of person to be aware of things that are happening on Muppet fan websites.
100%. Also, I can't guarantee this, but I'm pretty sure I made the same performance review joke in the last one of these we did.
I think you did. I think you did.
It's fine. Change your...
Yeah. But I probably also introduced you as my boss or whatever on that one. So
right, I'll probably do it for the next episode too.
And you'll both make the same jokes again next year.
Right. Well, anyways, glad you're back to talk to us about minutes 7 and 8 of the Muppet Christmas Carol. In these minutes, the rest of the song Scrooge happens, and that's it. So we start with the lines, "Old Scroogey loves his money because he thinks it gives him power. If he became a flavor, you can bet he would be sour." And it's our buddies the vegetables. We've talked about them on a celebration of 30 years. It's our old friends, including our guy, the Scallions.
We love the Scallions.
I've never... The Scallions, is that like a thing? Have you guys been talking about the Scallions for years?
We talked about the Scallions because in the Muppets, A Celebration of 30 Years, the Scallions are performed by Jerry Nelson in sort of like a very goofy... Like, did we decide that the Scallions sounded drunk?
The Scallions sound, just kind of like, we Muppet vegetables have stuff to do.
And he said, we
like,
vegetables. Pronouncing every syllable. So, that gave us a new appreciation for the Muppet Scallions.
I like it.
So, like, honestly, when I saw him in this clip, I was just like, yeah, there he is. My man.
I do enjoy Scallions.
Does Scrooge actually love money because he thinks it brings him power?
I think so. I think he's got a bit of a god complex because he gets to sort of boss people around.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, I guess he likes seeing people suffer, and the position, the thing that puts him in a position to do that is money. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. And then for the first of 2 times in this clip, we have a random, a whatnot played by Frank Oz that sounds exactly like Bert or Fozzie. In this case, it's the veggie vendor saying, even the vegetables don't like
this one. Sounds more like Bert to me, but exactly like Bert.
Literally in my notes, I have Fozzie's voice for both characters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. Bert and Fozzie are essentially the same voice.
Yeah.
They just have different attitudes.
It's slightly
right?
different.
I find like the cart salesman a little bit later and Fozzie both have a bit more of a to their voice, whereas Bert's more.
It's funny because that's... I guess that's
I think
true.
that's it.
But anyways, so I love that they were just recording this song in the studio, right? Like, Frank may or may not have been performing these characters on set. We don't know.
Yeah, no, we have no idea.
But they're performing the song. They're recording the song in a recording studio, and Frank is there, so he just gets to play some random characters, which he had not done in quite some time before this movie.
And I guess when they were in the studio, for all he knew, this would have been the same Muppet singing both lines. I don't know. He might not have put that much thought into it even.
Right. I'm sure they just said, Frank, you're doing a character, and he said,
sing this line. Yeah.
Sounds like Bert.
It really bothers me that on the soundtrack, they don't include the "even the vegetables don't like him" line.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
That's not there. And every time quite often at Christmas, I'll have the Muppet Christmas Carol soundtrack sort of playing in my car or whatever it is. And that bit comes up and I'll do the line and people will look at me and I'll go, it's in the movie, it's not on the soundtrack.
Well, that means that you just get to provide it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly right.
This Muppet's name, according to Muppet Wiki, is One-Eyed Jack, which I think comes from him being a pirate in Muppet Treasure Island after this.
Oh, sure. He's like in the roll call probably
and
is given a name. Yeah. But so then we move on and to some birds are singing the next line. And I think this is one of the coolest looking shots in the whole movie.
It is.
It's an overhead shot of some birds perched up on a ledge or on a, like, I don't know what you call it, but they're perched up on some sort of structure, and they look down at Scrooge to sing the first part and then look up at the camera to sing the second part.
And they're sitting like way out on this ledge thing and like pretty far into the frame, if that makes sense. And I just realized in looking at this 2 minutes at a time that I don't know where all the puppeteers are.
Well, I used to think the same thing. When I used to watch this clip, I'd go, you know, it's too smooth to be like the animatronic puppets.
Right, they don't move like the radio
and they don't move.
control.
And so I'm like, well, it has to be like a green screen shot. But it's really just impressive puppetry that they're able to sort of actually follow Scrooge, because especially the one on the end is looking directly at him the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it could have been composited with that thing as a separate shot.
Yeah, I'd have to guess that's how it's been done, because I don't know where else you'd hide the puppeteers, unless one of them's really just angling at a weird angle.
Very, very uncomfortably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very well executed shot.
Yeah, it looks super cool. So then we move on to I guess, I don't know. Should we talk about the cats? Some cats pop out of a window and sing the next line, but they're just like normal cats. I don't know.
I have no comments on the cats.
Yeah, they're fine. They seem nice enough.
Sure.
But the next thing is my favorite boy band. We mentioned the beggar last week. He's back, joined by a mutation and an assortment of Fraggle Rock characters. Murray the Minstrel, part of Candace's band, Mudwell the Mud Bunny, and Bagooney, who is briefly in an abusive relationship with Moki. He's the abuser, not Moki.
So,
but in this, he plays a baby.
You've stumbled across something and you've misnamed someone, Anthony. Before we started recording, I started telling you how excited I was about to talk about Mr. Curly-Twirly. That mutation is not a mutation. That character's name is Mr. Curly-Twirly. And
Curly-Twirly.
And he is my favorite character that has ever existed.
So wait,
that puppet, I adore.
That's truly not one of the mutations?
That's not one of the mutations. His name is Mr. Curly-Twirly. Would you like to hear his bio? I have written it down.
Now that you say that,
sure do.
He does look like a smaller version of the mutations.
He does.
But they don't even move their mouths, do they?
No, so this is unless he's
no, I guess not,
he mutates into a mutation.
maybe that's his final form.
But let me.
Yeah, he's like pubescent mutation.
Yeah. For anyone who's like trying to figure out who we're talking about, he's basically a big purple puppet, big shaggy like turkey feather beard. He's got the hat on.
In this shot these guys are all kind of shaggy. I like it.
They're all kind of shaggy.
Right. Well, I say this is my favorite boy band. As of recording, this is my Facebook cover photo. There's a picture of these five guys.
Well, you got Mr. Curly-Twirly, and I appreciate that. So let me tell you just a very quick
He's the cute one.
bit of Mr. Curly-Twirly. So this was his first appearance. He was built for this film. He also appears as a pirate in Muppet Treasure Island. He's in the crowd of Muppets Tonight. He also was on Wobblicious, whatever it is, Dr. Zoo show. He's also on the...
It is Wobulous.
He's also on the cover of the book Kermit Learns How Computers Work.
Now that is fascinating, because how many Muppets are on the cover of Kermit Learns How Computers Work?
There are 3 or 4. Hang on, I looked at it before. I'll bring it up. Kermit Learns How Computers Work.
They made a choice of which Muppets were going to be on this
there is 2.
Book cover.
3. Kermit, wearing a blue and white striped shirt. Mr. Curly-Twirly, and I do not know. I recognize the other one, but I couldn't tell you the name.
That looks like Brule the Minstrel to me, who is also in this movie.
Okay, that'll be who that is.
As Wander McMooch's wife.
Mr. Curly-Twirly got his name from the episode of Mop-a-Top Shop Wind, where it was not even said, it was just in the credits.
Oh wow, they didn't even name him on screen?
Not on screen. He came in for about 2 lines.
That's too bad that Mop-a-Top didn't get to say, "Here's our old friend, Mr.
Curly-Twirly."
Is going Twirly-Curly? What's his name? Here's our old friend, Mr. Curly-Twirly. I love Mop-a-Top's voice. I think Mac
but yeah, he is. I look at that puppet and I'm like, if I ever get to work for the Muppets, I want to find some way to bring that puppet back, because he moves really well.
Was he not in Muppets Haunted Mansion?
Not according to Muppet Wiki, and I don't remember seeing him in any of the shots, but he may have.
R.I.P. Mr. Curly-Twirly.
Yeah. This is also interesting to me that he's on that computer book because I own a copy of a book called Kermit Learns Windows, which our friend Johannes gave me. Because we found out that it existed, and I joked that I wanted to do a detailed review of it for Tough Pigs, which I have yet to do. Maybe one of these days I'll
do it. You got to do it.
So I have this copy of Kermit Learns Windows from like 1993, I don't know. And that only has 3 Muppets on the cover, and they are Kermit and a monster named Bertha and Murray the Minstrel. Huh. So these guys were all about learning how to use computers in the early 90s.
Can I make a suggestion? If you decide to do that, I did a Stream of Consciousness review on How Things Fly. Is that what it was called? The like early things that fly.
Things that fly.
I did it like a Stream of Consciousness where I watched it and I wrote my thoughts as I watched it. And it was not very good, I'll be honest, that whole review. And then it was as this the site was getting its redesign finalized, and for some reason that article was like the only one that never didn't port over and didn't come across. And Joe's like, oh, we can try to find it. And I was like, no, that thing can happily go into the ether and never return.
Wow, the great lost Tough Pigs article.
So now that it's gone, I'll say I read it, I loved it, your best work. What a shame.
It was very funny.
And I did read it and enjoy it, yeah. But I love the idea of building up its legend. Like,
yeah, now that it's gone, just feel free to just really build it up in your head. Cause
somebody out there add it to the Lost Media Wiki.
Oh yeah, great.
But you know what is not lost? Muppet Christmas Carol. It's on Disney Plus. You can watch it whenever you want.
Hooray.
And next up, we have some mice singing about how. We have some humans. Us poor folks live in misery. That's not humans. That's those guys. That's Mr. Curly-Twirly and the fam, right? They say us poor folk live in misery, and then Jerry Nelson as a mouse says it's even worse for mouses, and Karen Prell as a mouse says, please, sir, I want some cheese.
Yeah.
Which is the most heartbreaking moment in this song. Not in the entire movie, of course, but in the song.
No, I think you're right. Brian Henson says in the DVD commentary that when they would show this movie at preview screenings, this moment where they revealed the little mouse family tended to be the favorite part of the young children in the audience. Like, they just love those little.
Is it just because they're little cute mice?
I guess so.
Yeah, they're just adorable.
Kids love little things.
They do, and
do you think that
I was going to say Karen's voice for it is very cute, I guess. So yeah, I understand that.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And of course, these same mouse puppets will go on to star in Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree.
Yes.
The greatest Muppet TV special.
The legendary.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the famous TV special starring me, Kermit, and Robert Downey Jr.
Wait a minute. We should probably explain that then.
Yeah. So there's let's just cut it. Who cares? Forget it.
No,
just skip it.
No. I think people who haven't seen that we'll put the link in the show note. Explain what it is.
Okay. There's a commercial for Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree when it aired on TV with an announcer. It says on the wiki what his name is, but it's not Steve Whitmire. It's not Frank Welker, who played Baby Kermit, or anything like that. It's just someone doing a mediocre Kermit impression saying, tonight is a Charlie Brown Christmas, followed by an all-new special with me, Kermit, Robert Downey Jr., and Leslie Nielsen. Yay! Or something like that.
Just a guy, an ABC announcer, and they were like, here, do a Kermit voice.
How have I never seen this?
Yeah.
It's out there.
But I think about that way that guy says, me, Kermit, all the time.
You're not Kermit.
So often.
Hey, it's a Charlie Brown Christmas, followed by me, Kermit, and a great new holiday special with Robert Downey Jr. and Leslie Nielsen. Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree all Wednesday.
Anytime that someone is like, my uncle could do a better Kermit than Matt Vogel, that's what I picture. Me, Kermit.
That is what the uncle sounds like.
Or whatever. But then we get the... so there's a short bridge sung by a street choir that includes Kermit's. What is Mrs. Appleby? What was her job?
She was the Frog Scout.
Frog Scout
leader.
Frog Scout leader. Yeah. It's like that puppet and some other puppets that
they're all lady
Geriatrics. Yeah. I think Yolanda's in there.
I think it is supposed. I mean, I think it is the same puppet as Yolanda. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cat. The cat that's holding the little basket, the collection basket. She is the MVP of that scene. I don't know who the puppeteer is, but they are acting up a storm. Because, like, when someone comes past and drops, like, a coin, like, she, like, follows them and, like, no, thanks very much, and holds something up to Scrooge when he comes past. And I'm like... And the others are just looking there going, yeah, all right, yeah, look, he must be so lonely. And this cat is, like, into it. So... Good on you, lady cat.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
Well, they do the bit where they do like, he must be so lonely, he must be so sad, look closer, there must be a sweet man inside, and then they all go nah. And is it the cat who goes
let me have a look. No, it's
little, just...
to the left of her, like a weird blue old grandma. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's just a fun one of these little, like, you hear about the Muppet performers love upstaging each other, so that's a great example of that.
Yeah.
Everyone goes nah, and she just has to go
And speaking of getting upstaged, the next character we see is a puppeteer doing like a Punch and Judy style puppet show. It's a puppet performed by Steve Whitmire performing 2 additional puppets, a soldier and an alligator.
I forgot to look it up. Are these the same Punch and Judy puppets that Beauregard puppeteered on the Muppet Show in that one episode?
I don't know. Good question. Should I look it up right now?
Sure.
They do appear to be the same 2 puppets. It's
cool.
A soldier and an alligator.
That's a fun little Easter egg.
And in the song, the puppeteer sings a line, and then the crocodile sings a line, or alligator, and then the soldier hits him on the head, the alligator.
These puppets have achieved sentience.
I appreciate the fact that they've got different puppeteer, like the puppet is Steve Whitmire, but the not the puppet, sorry, the puppeteer is Steve Whitmire, but the puppet is Jerry Nelson. The voices, that's a nice little touch. Also, just before that scene, in that group shot, like you see Link and a couple of others, they've got like the same puppet that they're going to use later for like Belinda and Bettina, with really wide open eyes. Like she is horrified about what's happening right now.
I don't think I had ever spotted her until this rewatch for this podcast, but it's got to be the exact same puppet as either Belinda or Bettina, but she has dark hair. I assume they just put a different wig on her.
Yeah.
Right. But then up next, we see some horses and their driver. Their driver is Frank Oz again, doing his Bert or Fozzie voice.
You also...
No crust of bread for those in need.
No cheeses for us Mises, which is one of the all-time great rhymes.
Well, I also like both of them are questionable, because previously we had it's even, or whatever it was, something for mouses, and now it's for...
Even worse for mouses.
It's even worse for mouses, no cheeses for us Mises, yeah.
Right, like builds
it's
upon
the wrong
it,
form of the word every time. Oh, but wait, I was gonna just the guy who sings the "No Crust of Bread" line. Muppet Wiki says that this guy's name is Mr. Bitte. I guess it's Bitte. How would you pronounce that? Bitte.
I
mean,
let's be honest. They've just stolen that design from Yosemite Sam.
It is, with the facial hair. Yeah. The wiki does not say where that name comes from, but it does also say that he was yet another pirate later in Muppet Treasure Island, so maybe that's when he got that name.
Makes sense. Something to do with that, yeah. But next, we get one of my favorite shots in the whole movie. We've talked about how visually great this movie looks. We get this shot of Scrooge is walking down the street, and a dolly shot follows him at street level, like he's walking continually towards the camera, and it's like we're the Muppets down below looking up at him, and he's walking towards us, and we're trying to get out of his way.
Yeah.
We, along with the Muppets, are trying to avoid Scrooge's intense walk.
Yeah, so in some of these behind-the-scenes featurettes and stuff, they talk about how, like with many Muppet productions, the set was built up off the ground so the puppeteers can raise their arms to perform the puppets. So for this, like they're pulling out pieces of the set, and for this shot, Michael Caine has to walk along what's basically, I think Brian Henson described it as a 2-foot wide plank to go between this crowd of Muppets. So if he had just taken one wrong step or lost his footing, he would have, fallen off of one side or the other. He probably, his fall would have been broken by some fluffy puppets and puppeteers, but still, it's...
Well, you say that.
There are certain hazards involved in working with puppets.
Do we know, because I'm assuming the answer is going to be no to this, that is it Michael Caine the whole time? I can't imagine Michael Caine did all this.
Well, I guess not necessarily, because we never see his face in this whole song until the very
And I can't
end.
imagine they had Michael Caine to just wander around for 3 days without his head being seen.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. It might not be
I'm
for
sure
all
you're
of
right.
this,
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure that are there like doubles listed for him in the credits? I bet there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Stand-ins or whatever. But anyways, speaking of the end, then the song ends. We get the final lines. Every day in every way, Scrooge is getting worse. And then the crowd disperses immediately. They all just start coming up with excuses for why they need to leave. And my man Pops is front and center, and you can hear him so clearly.
Wow, look at the time.
Yeah.
It's like a Pops movie all of a sudden.
He says, how the time flies. Look at this. I gotta go. Where is that? He's just kind of fumbling. Like, he doesn't know what he wants to say, but he's got to get out of there.
Here's the bit, right, because Scrooge turns around and looks at everyone. Has he seen everyone just singing horrible things at him this whole time? Or is it like, this is not meant to have happened, this is just Gonzo explaining it to everybody? Or are people actually walking around going, he's just walking by just hearing, you can bet he would be sour. He's like, what the hell are they talking about? And then he walks on and just everything just happens to rhyme. Like, there's no logic to this whole film.
Well, that's the question of reality of any musical.
That's musicals,
I think,
yeah.
Where does Scrooge just perceive it as he walks past and people are kind of whispering to each other, like, oh, there goes Scrooge, he's so mean, he's so...
I'm going to do you one better and say that's the unanswerable question of all musicals.
Of all musicals, yes, I agree.
I don't think we're going to solve it tonight.
No, we're going to get to
not
the
with
bottom
that
of
attitude.
this.
Because that's the whole thing that, like, I remember, so I did a thing a few years ago where a friend and I, who's not a big Muppet fan, he and I sat down and we basically wrote commentary over the film, where it's a 2-part article you can go and read. I think it's over on Tough Pigs. So in that, at the end of that article, I asked, does Scrooge... Because at the end of the movie, he's like, he looks at this grave, and he's like, oh my god, it's me, and all these horrible things that people have been saying have been about me the whole time. Does Scrooge not realise the whole movie that everyone hates him? Because it seems to be at the end, he's like, oh, you're right, I was a bit of a tool. All right, I guess I better be better. Or surely he had to...
I don't think he cares.
That's my instinct.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares, because he is, like, he must understand... Yeah, like, he has these interactions with Bob Cratchit and his nephew. He must understand that he's the only person in town who's this mean and this heartless.
I think the whole point of A Christmas Carol is that his experiences have changed him to the point where he does notice and care.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that I've missed the entire point of this film.
Yes, I am.
Because we're watching it. When does the alien family come up and sing Celebration? That's this film, isn't it?
Yeah, that happens later.
It's a weird juxtaposition, but
yeah, that happens after Joey and Pacey are warming their hands in Dickensian London.
What a stupid film.
All right. Well, Muppets from Space. We're going to talk about that one on the podcast later. But anyways, as you mentioned, Jarrod, Scrooge turns around. We see his face for the first time. It's 2-time Academy Award winner Michael Caine.
Oh, it's Michael Caine.
And yeah, so hey Ryan, who is Michael Caine?
Who is Michael Caine? Michael Caine is an actor. He was born in London as Maurice Micklewhite. He's been working since the 1950s. He is now Sir Michael Caine. Some of his best-known films are Alfie, The Italian Job, Sleuth, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, directed by Frank Oz, Quills, Children of Men, Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, and of course, Jaws: The Revenge.
Jaws: The Revenge. That's what he won one of his 2 Oscars for. I do enjoy that you did. I do enjoy that you actually didn't list either of his Academy Awards.
Well, no, that's my next. That's my next bullet point.
Is one of them
Oscars.
Austin Powers Gold member?
He got a special
Oscar
achievement honorary Oscar from the Academy for that.
He won an Oscar for Gold member for playing Sean Connery in The Last Crusade. Yeah.
No, he won an Oscar for Hannah and Her Sisters, which that was famously when he was not at the ceremony to accept the award because he was filming Jaws: The Revenge. And then he won for The Cider House Rules, in which he played an American character with a suspiciously English-sounding accent.
But also at that Oscars, which he was at, he said, I got one of these before. but I wasn't at the ceremony because I was in the Bahamas making a picture called Jaws 4.
Yeah, that's great.
I want you to say that again,
happened.
but in your best Michael Caine impression.
I got one of these before, but I wasn't at the ceremony because I was in the Bahamas making a picture called Jaws 4.
It's pretty good.
I can't do a Michael Caine
that was
impression.
decent.
I have my best mate does
the
most solid Michael Caine impression, but it's just the phrase, "I failed you, Master Wayne." That's all it is. He can't say anything else.
Right. I've already... Right. That's the thing. Like, you can do, like, I've already buried enough members of the Wayne family, or whatever. Like, you can do, like, a line that he's, you were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, or whatever. Like, people can do that. It's like his famous quotes from his movies. Anyways, he's good. I enjoy his work always. I think he's a solid actor.
He is very good. Have you seen Sleuth?
Sleuth, the original or the remake?
Well, the original. He's in both of them, but yeah. He's in both. He's the Laurence Olivier role in the. Yeah, I was just thinking I gotta rewatch Sleuth.
With the Sleuth remake, that's the problem with the Sleuth remake, is that instead of stodgy Laurence Olivier and swinging Cockney Michael Caine, it's just old Alfie and young Alfie.
Oh, is it Jude Law?
Like, it's Jude Law.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's like two generations of Michael Caine,
yeah.
and it's kind of
that's Well, maybe I just won't watch that one, but I will rewatch the old one.
Kenneth Branagh directed it.
That guy has an interesting directing career, but this is not a Kenneth Branagh podcast, so.
No. But I was going to say, if you guys are up for it, in honor of two-time Oscar winner Michael Caine, I have written a quiz. I have 8-question quiz about Academy Award winners in Muppet movies. Do you guys want to take it?
Absolutely.
All right, so you can talk through the answers. You know what it's not like a buzz-in thing. Just kind of talk it out.
We're not ringing in like on Hubba.
No, right. Although I was gonna plug Hubba. I was gonna say if you like this kind of nonsense, you can get a lot more of it in our podcast Hubba, which has a whole season out and will return at some point.
And which
for a second season.
You can find on the Muppet Fan Podcast with ToughPigs.com podcast channel.
Yes. But so here's the thing. There are 15 Academy Award winners who have appeared in Muppet films, by my count. 15. And I'm not just going to ask you to name all 15. I'm going to ask you specific questions. So question number 1, which Muppet movie has the most Oscar winners, which is 5? 5 Academy Award winners are in one Muppet movie. Which one?
I'm going to go with... See, I'm trying to think of it's not going to be the Muppet movie. Although,
that was my instinct, but then I feel like that's it's going to be a trick. It's going to be something.
I'm trying to just think of cameos in Muppets Most Wanted.
That's where my
that's where my mind went
just because there's so many people in that.
Yeah.
But who would have won an Oscar from that?
Lady Gaga has an Oscar. She's in the start.
Okay.
Ty Burrell has an Oscar. That's true. Look, I'm gonna.
There are just so many people in that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with
Muppets Most Wanted.
Okay, no, you were right the first time. It's the Muppet movie.
Oh, really?
So can you name the 5?
No.
In the Muppet movie.
Wait. So these are actors who won for acting?
Not. They are all in the movie. They did not all win for acting.
Okay. Of course, old mate.
I will say two of the 5 won for acting.
Okay. Did Paul Williams win an Oscar for something other than acting?
He sure did. Won an Oscar for songwriting.
For Star is Born.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Paul Williams.
Cloris Leachman.
I will say Cloris Leachman won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for The Last Picture Show.
So
1971.
Orson Welles famously never won an Oscar for directing.
Correct. But he never won one for directing.
Did he win one for acting?
No, but he won one for
screenwriting?
Writing Best Original Screenplay for Citizen Kane. Him and Herman Mankiewicz. Yeah.
Mank.
So Orson Welles. Yeah, Mank himself. So Cloris Leachman, Orson Welles,
Paul Williams.
And Paul Williams. So there's one more for acting and one more for, I'll go ahead and tell you, writing. Another writing Oscar. It's one of the biggest cameos in the movie.
Steve Martin?
Nope, the other one.
Mel Brooks.
Oh, Mel Brooks, of course.
Best original screenplay for the
producers. Yeah.
Famously an EGOT winner. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one more for acting, and I'll tell you, this person won their Oscar about 20 years after the Muppet movie.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
Okay, I'm just going through the cameo. Oh, wait, James Coburn.
Yeah, it's James Coburn for
Affliction.
Affliction, Best Supporting Actor
Yeah.
in 1998.
Wow, I did very well in that round.
All right. So, question. That's probably the hardest question, I think. Question number 2. What is the only Muppet movie with 0 Oscar winners in it?
Muppets from Space.
False. Incorrect.
Is that... Well, now I'm curious. Like,
Did Pacey win
did F.
one?
Murray Abraham win an Oscar?
F. Murray Abraham did win an
That
Oscar.
disqualifies Muppets from Space.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he's in that.
Yeah, he plays Noah.
Yeah, at the start. Muppet Take Manhattan?
I'm going to say The Great Muppet Caper.
Nope. Also incorrect.
The Muppets.
No.
Muppet Treasure Island?
Correct. It's Muppet Treasure
Oh,
Island.
I guess it would be. Really, the only main
yeah,
human is Tim Curry.
There's really
Is Tim Curry a person who has never been nominated?
basically no
which is a shame,
cameos
but-
in that, yeah. Huh.
But it's true, yeah. Yeah, so it's Muppet
Yeah, I
Treasure
should have
Island.
gotten that one.
So, third one, you have already said this person, so it might be easy. But who is the earliest Oscar winner to appear in a Muppet movie?
That'd be one of
That-
the. That'd be one of the Muppet movie ones.
That would be Orson Welles?
Orson Welles, 1941. He's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
and I should say there's an asterisk, which is that Mickey Rooney got an honorary juvenile Oscar in 1939.
Yeah.
Mickey Rooney is in the
Yeah,
Muppets,
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
but he never won a competitive award, so I don't.
They
think
used
it
to do
counts,
that kind of
really.
stuff all the time, and now
Yeah.
they never do.
Yeah. Right. All right. So number 4, 2 cameo guest stars, won Oscars in the same category for different versions of the same movie, a movie and its remake.
I know.
Right.
That's Paul Williams
Yeah.
and Lady Gaga for Star is Born.
Correct.
Yes.
They both won Best Original Song for A Star Is Born.
Nice.
And personally, I think Shallow is much better than Evergreen, but that's just me.
Huh. I'm much more familiar with Shallow just because it was like you couldn't escape it that year.
It was omnipresent.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which Evergreen probably was in 1976
yeah.
also, you know. We just weren't there. So, and speaking of Lady Gaga, number 5, she is one of 4 female winners in Muppet movies. 4 out of 15 are women. Who are the other 3 besides Lady
Cloris
Gaga?
Leachman.
Cloris Leachman is one.
Did Liza Minnelli win?
She sure did for Cabaret, Best Actress.
Yeah.
Right, and
All of my
then-
answers are phrased as questions. so,
Yeah.
so if I'm wrong, then I'm like, oh yeah, no, I didn't think that was the answer.
Kathy Griffin. No.
Someday.
Okay, we said Lady Gaga at the start, didn't we?
Yep. So we got Gaga, Cloris Leachman, and Liza Minnelli.
And then you've also got, of course, I was hoping I'd have thought of the answer by the end of that.
So, do you want a clue?
Yep.
She has worked with the Muppets maybe more than any other celebrity.
Whoopi
Whoopi Goldberg.
Correct. She won an Oscar for Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well done. Yep. All right. Well, you've
So,
shown me up.
No-
I'll
no-
leave.
That's kind of
Num-
isn't that wild that Whoopi Goldberg from The View won an Oscar for acting in a dramatic movie?
it is, but it's I mean, it's just a comedic role.
That's true.
It's not,
She's kind of
it's Ghost.
Yeah.
It's not The Color Purple.
That's true.
You know. But so number 6, there have been 2 Best Actor winners to have appeared in Muppet movies. One won the award in the 70s and one in the 80s. The 80s one we've already discussed. I'll tell you that.
Best actor.
The one we've already discussed, won Best Actor for a movie where a different character's name is in the title, but he's the lead, and he deserved Best Actor, and he won it.
This is why I haven't been invited on Hubble.
Talked about one.
Yes, we talked about how he's the only Oscar winner in this movie, which you guessed for the movie with no winners.
Didn't we guess all of the movies?
Oh,
besides-
F. Murray Abraham.
Right. F. Murray Abraham won Best Actor for Amadeus.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yep.
he's the actual lead of that movie.
Right.
Yep.
You know, and because Salieri is the patron saint of mediocrity, that's why he's in Muppets from Space.
That's a good joke.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Elliot Gould.
Elliot Gould never nominated for an Oscar.
Well, that's just...
You would think so.
That's just an outrage.
But it is. Do you want me to give you a clue? Another
Yeah.
clue?
Yeah.
It's Muppets Take Manhattan.
Did the guy who played Pete?
No. Louis Zorich, no. But that's
No.
the right age range.
Okay.
Oh, Ed Norton. Not Ed Norton.
Ed Norton from The Honeymooners. Yes. Art Carney.
Carney.
Yes. So you might think that Al Pacino would win Best Actor for Godfather 2. He did not. Art Carney won Best Actor in 1974 for The Old Man and His Cat film,
Harry and Tonto, yes. I've never seen that one. I've always wanted to.
Me neither. I've never seen it either. So 2 more questions, both about Best Supporting Actor, the most common cameo guest star category. 6 out of the 15 awards were for Best Supporting Actor. So,
Oh God.
aside from Michael Caine, there are 2 other 2-time Academy Award winners. They both won 2 Best Supporting Actor Oscars, just like Michael Caine. Neither of them have been mentioned yet.
Who have been in Muppet movies?
Yes, 2-time Best Supporting Actor winners appeared in Muppet movies. 3, Michael Caine and 2 others.
Huh.
Who are the 2 others?
Did Steve Martin ever get nominated for anything?
No. He's never been nominated, but he's certainly never
He
won.
has hosted the Oscars.
He has hosted the
Yeah,
Oscars.
several times.
All right. Is this somebody in the more recent 2?
One of them is very recent. One of them is pretty early.
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner has never been in a Muppet movie.
Wasn't he in...
Muppets Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, that counts.
TV
He's
special?
in a
No,
Shut up.
special.
Was it Mr. Curly-Twirly?
Yeah, Mr. Curly-Twirly. Okay, so I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you what movies?
He won for
Yeah.
Boogie Nights.
All right, so one is in Great Muppet Caper. One is in Muppets Most Wanted.
All right. Grodin.
Nope.
No, is it?
Not Grodin.
Is it?
It's a very
Is it Peter
brief cameo.
Ustinov?
It's a very
Peter
brief
Ustinov
cameo. Oh, solid
Yes,
gag.
Peter Ustinov won 2 Oscars for Spartacus in 1960 and Top Cappy in 1964,
Oh.
a movie that only exists to be the answer to the question, what did Peter Ustinov win his second Oscar
Top
for?
Cappy?
Yeah, it's like some sort of heist movie, I think.
Oh, it's like TOPKAPI, like it's all one word. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay,
And
no,
then-
I've heard of it. I don't know anything
And then
about
the other
it.
one's in
You've heard of it because Muppets Most Wanted. And he won 2 Oscars for movies from the same director. That Ryan, I'm sure you've seen both of these. Jared, you may have as well. Like, they were both popular movies in the past 15 years.
Yeah, again, though, that movie is just
From the same
so
director.
loaded
I
with-
mean, Brett McKenzie. He's got an Oscar, and he was in one of the movies.
He's not in one. He's not in any. He's not in Muppets Most Wanted.
Yes, he is.
He's not in it.
He's in
Where?
it. He's in a cameo.
Doing what? Where?
He's in the
He's in
group of He's in the group of prisoners.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's literally in it for about half a second.
Okay, you bested me, I guess.
I've-
But that's still not the 2-time Best Supporting Actor winner.
Never known that.
Oh yeah, I forgot that
plays-
they were acting.
He plays himself, if that helps. His name is said out loud on screen,
Usher.
and he does a dance with his own last name in it.
Oh. Christoph Waltz.
The name of Christoph Waltz, who won Best Supporting
See-
Actor for both Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained.
Yes, there are so
Directed by
many
Quentin Tarantino.
like people who are on screen for 2 seconds in that movie
Yeah.
that I completely forgot that Christoph Waltz was in that.
Right. Also, it's weird that they gave him that second Oscar for Django Unchained, frankly. It seems incorrect that he won for both of those. But he did.
Because you don't think that performance deserved an Oscar?
Oh, no.
Or
I think it's a good performance.
just that it was so soon after
but
his
I
previous
think
one?
It's so soon after his
Yeah.
previous win, and it's like another very similar Tarantino movie. Like, they're both like 2.5 hour revenge historical
That's
epics.
true,
You know,
yeah.
like, it's weird. But okay. So last question, and I'm sorry that you both seem annoyed with me.
Not at all.
But
Little bit.
last question.
I was hoping that this would
This is-
like I would be really wowing people with my.
I'm just really
knowledge
happy
here,
I
but
got the
Sure.
the Star is Born question. I feel like I can retire happy.
Stars Born one, sure. All right, so last one, and then we will have covered all 15 of the winners. The Muppets 2011 features 2 Best Supporting Actor winners from the 2000s, from the aughts, from the O's.
Amy Adams.
Who are they? Best Supporting Amy Adams has never won an Oscar.
Hasn't
She's
she?
been nominated 6 times and never won. Correct.
That's
nominated
ludicrous.
6 times.
It is ludicrous.
None of those 6 nominations are for Arrival, by the way. Her best performance,
Oh, that is
in my
a solid
opinion.
film.
Yeah, and she's great in it. But no, it's both supporting actor,
Actor,
and they
okay.
won in 2002 and 2006. If that helps.
You said they're in the Muppets.
Alan.
The Muppets.
Whatever his last name is. Alan Carr. Alan Alda.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Arkin.
Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin, who won for Little Miss Sunshine.
All right,
in
I got that one
2006.
correct.
That's
I'll
correct.
take that.
The other one has a larger role in the Muppets than Arkin does.
The bad guy, whatever his name is, evil Dr. Porkchop. No,
Evil Dr. Porkchop.
Tex Richmond.
Tex
yes.
Richmond, yes. Who plays
Chris
Tex
Cooper.
Richmond? Chris Cooper, Missouri's own.
he
That's
win
right.
for American
Won
Beauty?
an Oscar. No, won for his absolutely bananas performance in Adaptation
Yes. Mm-hmm. That was a good
in
one.
2002.
Yeah.
So
I did it.
There you go. Thanks for playing.
Wow. I think... never mind. I could make excuses, but...
I'm just bad.
I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Is that right?
But no, I think because I was so dialed into these 2 minutes of this specific movie, then when you start to expand into the larger movie universe, it's like my brain is
Right,
like, wait a minute, I'm trying
I
to
just
catch
want
up.
to go back to talking about Mr.
Right, and
Curly-Twirly.
And we've never done anything like that on the show before.
No, but we should
so
do it again.
I did
I'll
break
be
the
busy
format.
that episode. Sorry.
So, any other thoughts about these 2 minutes?
I think I have
before we
3
close?
notes that we didn't get to.
Okay.
Oh, as Scrooge is walking around the corner during an instrumental break, Gonzo tells us that Scrooge likes the cold and that he is solitary as an oyster. Do you know if that's from
Right.
the book?
Right. So yes, I was going to open the old curiosity
okay.
shop,
Well-
which is what we're calling that
Well,
segment.
okay.
But I'll say let's just do it right now.
Okay.
So in the book, the line "Scrooge liked the cold" is not in the book, but hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire, secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster, is in the book.
Yeah.
So Jerry Jewell edits it just a little bit.
Yeah. He seems really good at that.
He's really good at it, and
Oysters are not always necessarily solitary, though. There is such a
I
thing
think
as a
it's-
bed of oysters. And when I did a Google
Right,
search
but-
for bed of oysters, there's all kinds of photos of oysters just in big groups. They're not solitary.
right, but they're each in their own room. Like I think that's what he means.
Oh, yeah.
They're shut up. It's like an apartment building is full of people,
Yeah,
but each one is in their own
All
apartment.
right. It's like a
They're
riddle.
ignoring each other.
It's like a riddle.
Yeah,
Like
I guess so.
I'm on a bed with many others, and yet I am alone. What am I? An oyster.
An oyster. All right. So what else?
What else was I gonna say? So, when all the Muppets and humans scatter after Scrooge turns around, there you can see a couple of live sheep, real actual sheep.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, which is a nice touch that sort of adds some realism to this world.
Yeah. What is this? The Muppet Show season 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Which has a lot of live animals in it for some reason.
Is there a sheep? There's a cow. There's a pig.
There's a cow. There's chickens, pig.
Yeah,
and yeah
I
there's
don't know
like
if there's a sheep.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, they just decided
keep
that
pulling
would
out
be a
live
fun
animals.
thing to do
Why not,
with
eh?
Muppets. And then Michael Caine, as we've said, is playing Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. In the first episode of the season, I talked about some of the other adaptations of A Christmas Carol that have been made starring established characters. So I just want to go down that list quickly. Ebenezer Scrooge has also been played by Scrooge McDuck in Mickey's Christmas Carol, Yosemite Sam, the aforementioned Yosemite Sam in Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales, Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones Christmas Carol, where he was referred to as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Waka waka.
Because
Of course.
that's what the Flintstones does. And Grouchy Smurf in the Smurfs Christmas Carol. And also Rich Little as W.C. Fields as Scrooge in the Rich Little Christmas Carol
Don't
special.
talk about Rich Little.
You didn't say Mr. Magoo.
Oh, yes, of course, I
One of
did
the-
have that.
one of the top
yes,
ones,
I forgot
yeah.
to read that thing that I wrote down here, which says that, yes, of course, Mr. Magoo starred as Scrooge in the Mr. Magoo Christmas Carol. Thank you.
And an adaptation notable for, except for the framing device where he's walking to the theater, there's no blind jokes. They play it completely
That
straight.
is really,
He's just
yeah,
Ebenezer
that's
Scrooge.
really interesting and weird,
Yeah, he can apparently see just fine while in character
I guess.
as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Huh, yeah. And I'm sure you could tell us about all kinds of other distinguished actors who have played Scrooge, but maybe we want to get to that in future episodes.
Yeah, we can talk about all that nonsense later.
Okay.
Talk about Henry Winkler later.
Mm.
All right, so Jarrod, anything else to add before we close?
I did noticed we were talking about differences between the soundtrack version and the movie version earlier on. There is another one where in the very last part, one of them goes, "Then all that work is paying off because Scrooge is getting worse every day," and they go like that. If on the soundtrack you hear a Jerry Nelson character, don't know who it is, in between those lines go, "Yeah." And it's not in the movie, but it's on the soundtrack. And every time it throws me every time I watch the movie or I listen to the soundtrack. I'm like,
it's
either there or it's not there.
Yeah, huh?
So I don't know who that character was meant to be, but yeah, just in the background. Yeah,
I'll have to cut that clip into this episode so everyone can hear it.
Awesome, yeah.
Then all that work is paying off, 'cause Scrooge is getting worse. Yeah, every day, in every way, Scrooge is getting worse. Then all that work is paying off, 'cause Scrooge is getting worse. Every day, in every way, Scrooge is getting worse.
All right. Well, in that case, that is it for today. We will be back next week with another episode, but for now, check out toughpigs.com on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. You can become a patron on Patreon, and we hope you do. You can email us at movingrightalong@toughpigs.com with any questions or comments that you might have. Let me know if you thought that game was fun or if I should never do it again.
Can I send the email?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Thank you to Morgan Davy for designing our logo. You can follow Ryan on Twitter at @MeRyanRowe and on Letterboxd at @MoviesAreNeat. You can follow me on Letterboxd at @ZeppoMarxist. Jarrod, where can our listeners find you on the line?
You can find me on Twitter at Jarrod Fairclough. You can also head on over to that Muppet Fan podcast with toughpigs.com and listen to introduce our guest star, Season 1, which came out last year. Season 2 is coming. I don't know I think this will be out before Season 2 if that is out. But it is coming, and it's very exciting.
Great. All right. So that is it. Thanks to everyone for listening. Give us a positive review if you're so inclined. Share the generosity of the season with us by giving us a positive review. And tell all of your friends to listen to the show. And we'll be back next week for another episode of Moving Right Along. Goodbye.
Mr. Curly-Twirly.